It was a sunny Saturday afternoon. The sun was threatening to cook all that was under it. It was one of those days when everybody wished they had put on their birthday suit, but the society would have thought something else was wrong. I was sitting in my room in my boxer shorts with a hand fan in my hand, blowing me a portion of the hot air when Banji walked in. Jide, make we run go Mushin now, he said. Banji was my friend of 25 years. Our friendship had started from our primary school days. We had been inseparable since then. Our families had, through us, become one. We both came to Lagos after our university education in the north. We had left Ibadan, telling our parents that we won't return home until we made it. How do we make it except we first get a job? Our parents still pay for the one-room self-contained we are living in. The house is situated on a popular street in Yaba. It is not too far from the popular Yaba market, hence we stroll to the market frequently to pick up clothes and stuffs. Banji was a graduate of accounting and I had read economics. We both graduated with second class upper division and we had both dreamt of working together in the same establishment. Presently, we had dropped our CVs in all places droppable and the news of test and interview had begun to trickle in. But to keep body and soul together, since our parents' 20,000 naira a month allowance won't keep us for more than 2 weeks, we took up a teaching appointment with a private secondary school not too far from our house. The pay, you asked. Okay, 50,000 naira a month each for teaching economics and financial accounting to the senior classes and business studies and shorthand to the junior classes, 40 times a week each was the bargain. The lesson plan writing was what we hated most, but we had to write it. The good thing about the school was that we could take up extra private classes, which we did at our own personal rate with the individual parents. We charged 10,000 naira a month. The senior students were something else. They never allow us breathing space, spoiled children looking for who to spoil them the more. What a pity. Banji did his part. I must confess, I did mine too. But that is a tale for another day. We did things. I got up from bed, though unwillingly, but hopefully that I would get some cool air outside the house and put on my clothes, a t-shirt and jean wear, and joined the already set Banji outside. Wetin we dey go do for Mushin? I queried him. Na dat girl wey dey SS2 wey I bin dey tell you about, na im we dey go see, Banji replied. It was true that he had told me about the girl, but what I find quite funny was that it wasn't Banji that was running after the girl, rather, it was the case of bushmeat running after the hunter. The girl, Jide by name, had threatened to tell the school principal that she was being molested by Banji, though we initially called her bluffs, but when she won't relent, Banji gave in. What they all saw in us I never knew. Even till now, the world is indeed a spoilt place. Sorry, let me describe us. I am Jide by name and Banji is my friend, as you might have known. Both of us are 6 feet 2 inches tall. We are of the slender build, but we are a little bit on the muscular side. While Banji is fair, I am dark in complexion. We have the six-pack abs, a result of months of weightlifting. We both have a round face with dark eyeballs, but the main difference between us is that he is quite hairy while I am hair-starved. As people will say, I did not wait to collect hair from Baba God. He has the beard so much that he is shaved twice a day, while I have 3 or 4 strands of hair under my chin. Banji does different style of haircut. Just think of it and my friend is at the salon the next minute waiting to have it on his hairy head. Me? I am a little bald and my best haircut style is the skin style. Reason? Don't ask me. We both hate keeping mustache, so he cut his daily while mine is done weekly or when necessary. People do take us for twins, the reason for which I can't also figure out, but they insist that we look quite alike. Sade was not the first female to run after Banji. There had been many before her and many came after her. I should also let you know that I too did not escape from the claws of these females. Oh, in fact, we were both in it together because as Sade was running after him, another girl in SS3 wanted me. What do we do? Maybe we were the most eligible bachelors in town after all. Shade was a girl who lived with her parents. She said she was their last child, but they had no time for her. Her father leaves the house at 4 in the morning while her mother leaves home by 5. They both never returned until 11 at night. So the girl has all the room she needed to carry out whatever seems to catch her fancy. Plus, she lacks not the cash needed for the rendezvous. She was a girl of around 5 feet 2 inches. She was fair in complexion. She said she was 15 years old. She was quite endowed in the two aspects. She confessed that she just needs to have a taste of my friend for some times. She doesn't need anything else. What a girl. Can you beat that? We stepped out of the house into the street and walked to the short distance between our house and the Jibowu bus stop where we would get a bus to Mushin. We had waited barely 5 minutes watching the men of the Nigerian police doing their thing when the Danfo we had been waiting for came along. Olóòṣà Mushin Oshodi Mushin, shouted the bus conductor at the top of his voice. His appearance amused me. He was clad in a white vest that had become brown on tattered jeans, which were formerly long but had been cut short by a carpenter. His feet were housed in two pairs of Dunlop slippers. Each pair, having lost his partner, took solace in accompanying the other. His bloodshot eyes were evidence that he had been drinking despite the hot weather. He sang his route again as he neared where we stood. We signaled for him to stop and he did. Banji looked at me, wondering what was making me smile. It was obvious that he had not seen the conductor when I saw him. I pointed to the conductor and Banji's face eased into a smile. We both had a similar sense of humor, which made me think that the people who called us twins might be right after all. One day, I will ask my mom and I will tell him to do same. We entered the bus, which was having only two spaces left. I sat in the back seat while Banji was seated in the middle seat. The bus had three rows of seats, which was typical of Danfo buses. This particular bus made my day. Apart from its amusing conductor, the passengers it carried made me reel in laugh. I sat between two ladies, one a Nigerian, the other something between a Chinese and an Indian. She reeked of garlic and everybody had to cover their noses. She then opened her mouth and she had been chewing as a goat does chew cud and spat the blackish bottom out of the window. I was covered in saliva as the breeze scattered the mess she spat out. Every other passenger burst into laughter as I gave her a murderous look. The other woman beside me was no better. As she was laughing, she shifted her buttocks a little and let flying the worst of gases I had ever heard. She then pretended as if nothing happened. The thin smell was first perceived from the front seat. Hmm. Everybody offered as the smell of something worse than the smell of rotten eggs invaded the privacy of their noses. I was not left out. Again, I did not thought. I just turned my head and looked at her with the same severity of eyeing that I gave the other woman who baited me in spit. She should have kept quiet. She wanted to prove her innocence. She opened her mouth and said, "What I do you? Why look you me like that? I mess the mess. Don't look at me, oh." She was shouting at the top of her voice. All heads turned to look at the bomb thrower before bursting into another session of rib-cracking laughter. Not too long after, the bombs were re-echoed all around the bus, making us all to forget the earlier putrid smell we had been enduring. The woman never knew she was the object of laughter as she also joined in the laughter gallop to provoke further laughter which rang through the bus. Another man with steel-colored teeth and enough holes to bury a 3-month-old baby in his mouth opened it up beside Banji and poked his cigarette into it. This infuriated Banji, who ate anything lightning on the head passionately. Banji excused the man and told him that he should please put it out till we alight at the next bus stop. The man did not answer, which made Banji to pluck the stick out of his mouth and throw it out of the window. Damboroba caused the man, who was viciously angered by Banji's action. He made to hit him with his blackened hand, but Banji held it and threw him back in the seat at the other two that were beside him. Everybody went into another round of hysteria as they both battled themselves. If you enjoyed this story, please follow for more. subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit on the notification bell so you will not miss out of the next episode. Till I see you in the next episode, this is Bolurex saying bye for now.